You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the real world San Diego. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest real world San Diego news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV for the real world San Diego.
Yay!
Yo.
Hey, y'all.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in the AfterBuzz TV studio, actually in the booth. But we got a full house tonight. We're gonna go over to our ladies first. We got Miss Roxy Striar.
Hello, hello.
Nicolette Gaona.
Hey, y'all.
Fancy Tracy.
Hey.
Across from them, we have our very own real worlders, Sir Leroy Garrett.
What's happening, man? Roy Lee in the building.
And Mr. Nehemiah Clark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so welcome, guys. Real world San Diego. Bringing the fire, bringing the drama. What are they bringing? What do we got?
Man,
Let's start with
we got so much to talk about tonight.
I
Man.
mean, well, normally what we do here at AfterBuzz is we like to break it down into 3 segments. I don't even know if I could pull 3 segments out of this. I mean, basically, tonight's episode was dedicated to Frank.
Yeah.
Frank the
Like
Texas, all gonna
always.
be about Frank.
I mean, we had little. I mean, I guess we could talk about the little situations. Like, apparently, Zach really wants a pet pig.
Oh my God, Zach is so
No,
weird.
that's not important.
Is that
That's not
legal?
important at
Can
all.
you just
Not
get a
important.
pig? Can anybody get a pig?
It's on Craigslist.
I don't know. The only pig we get is from the store, bacon and
Yeah, I hear you on that.
yeah, that's it. I don't
Like our
want the-
pigs.
You worried about
I don't
the
eat
gay
pig.
community? You're gonna have what's it called? PETA coming out.
I don't eat pig.
Oh my God.
I think that pig thing was so random. It was just thrown in there. Like, let's put a pig in this episode.
And
like,
then where did the pig come from at like the end of
At the end of the episode.
they
It
threw
was
that
like,
pig in
come
there.
on
They
now.
smuggled that pig from
Yes,
like
they
the
did.
zoo. They still like smuggled that pig.
Zach's like, I'm gonna carry the pig around with me everywhere I go. What do you mean? Like a child?
Yeah,
Like
he
he's
said he gonna
physically-
want one of them little things.
Yeah, I want one of those strap-ons. I'd love to see that. Him with just the
That
pig.
makes holding a baby so much more easier. I struggle holding babies, man.
You be
Yeah.
like the guy from the
You just
Hangover.
let their little head be
I
falling.
know, right?
Oh my God.
I swear to God, it's pathetic. I was holding my little niece the other day. My sister was like, just put her down. I'm like, I don't even know how to give her back to you. Like a football.
Head just laying, like, gotta protect the neck.
You look like that video, like do it like Bernie,
I
you
know,
know,
right?
like that.
All right, so I mean, do you guys think
All right.
Zach is just basically trying to create some storyline for himself with this whole pig situation?
He has no story.
It's not him. It's probably
I think all
it's
of
probably
them.
the producers probably trying to create it because there's nothing going on. Everything revolves around Frank, Nate, and Sam. You know, when Sam decides to hook up with find a girl at the bar or whatever. But
Right.
Frank, man,
And Alex kind of too.
But Zach, he definitely doesn't have.
Zach
a
is like a
storyline.
wannabe. Like he's trying to be someone he's not.
He's just really getting on my
I really feel like
nerves.
there's more to Zach and he's not being real.
You know what it was? Zach was the person in high school who was probably voted most likely to end up on Real World in superlatives. Like
that's what I got too.
he's
Wow.
he's that. Sorry, then don't take offense to this. He's that douchebag, like jock, fratty, closed-minded person who's like, oh, I can drink a lot and I'm gonna go on the Real World because I'm dramatic and da-da-da.
so
It's
hot.
like,
I'm
no,
sorry.
he's just not hot. He opens up his mouth and I want to punch him in the
Exactly.
face.
If
If he would
didn't
just
talk,
keep his
if
mouth
I don't see
closed.
none of that when I see that guy.
What?
Nothing you just said.
You
I'm
don't
like,
see that about him?
What you see?
I mean, like he's
What do you
just
see?
blonde.
I don't know.
What do you
You know,
say? He's
I
blonde.
constantly just pay attention to what Frank's gonna do. Everything else that goes on is really like I'm just like whatever.
He's just a
But-
filler. He fills
Yeah,
in
it seems like
when they need
most
some
of them are
time.
fillers.
If he would just keep his mouth closed, he'll have more fans.
So Frank is the star of the show.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
point,
Put
yeah.
it like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
This is
Yeah.
the real world.
He's
San
he's the
Diego.
most hated star. Like people
Well, hey,
love and hate to watch him. So,
but that's
his
why
character.
he
Remember
will-
that.
So he
Yeah.
will never get kicked off this show because he's like gold for these producers.
No, he'd get kicked
No,
off.
he get kicked off. It's just that. I mean, he hasn't done nothing to get kicked off. Breaking dishes is not going to kick you off, obviously. I mean, they're
But he
not,
was
and they're
not
not
the pushing,
Yeah,
though?
and
Yeah.
they're not. Because he would have to. He's not a threat to Nate. That's the way they look at it, I guess. But like Adam off my season was breaking stuff inside a hotel, so it's different. Like,
How hard would Frank have had to hit Nate for Frank
if
to
he'd
be
hit
gone?
him, if he'd have just punched
If
him,
he
he'd
would
have
have
been out
punched
of
him,
there.
yeah.
punched.
But then also like if he was pushing him like that, they would ask him, "Do you feel threatened?"
Right.
So if he felt threatened, then they would have to kick him off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Even if he, like, when he pushed them?
yeah, because
Like, he probably asked.
Yeah, they'll ask you like.
they'll
you
ask
know,
you, "Do you feel threatened?"
so
And then
why didn't Nate push him back then? Is he not allowed to, or what's the deal with that?
I think it's all just an act, to be honest
Okay.
with you. I mean, I'm looking at this and I just see like a whole bunch of actors who probably watched a whole bunch of seasons of Real World right before they came on, and they decided what character they wanted to be. They got in front of the camera, and then now they're trying to be that character.
Right. So those who are watching is really not scripted. You just saying it.
Yeah, I don't think that is scripted.
No, it's not.
It's definitely not scripted, but I think that these people are coming in here with personalities that they're trying to portray on television. And when you're sitting there with a camera on you all day, you start to feel like you're not being interested enough.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
Well,
you know?
I'd love to see what, is it Ashley, Blondie?
Yeah.
What her personality will be, because
There
she
is
has
no
no
Or
personality.
Priscilla.
She doesn't have a character. She's kind of just blah.
She just wants to be on TV and have her face seen. She doesn't want to look like the hoe, the bitch, or anything.
Right.
She wants to just be there for some fame, meet
Right.
people for this process.
Ashley's kind of
And
been
try to
flip
look
flopping.
cute.
Like sometimes I feel like she is homophobic, and then sometimes I feel like
Yeah, I
she's
see
not.
somebody tweeted that.
I can't really
Yeah,
tell what her
totally.
opinion is. I can't really tell if she likes Frank, if she doesn't, if she's just doing this to impress, if she's just doing this to impress Zach. Because
Right.
I know she's trying to get it in with Zach, so is she just trying to copy his opinion, but she doesn't really feel that way? Where is she from?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Okay. She's probably, the type who would be like in the sorority. I mean, I don't know her, so I'm saying this right now. It's
Obviously,
my
you
opinion.
do.
I mean, no. I can't finish.
This
Wait, what? No, keep on.
is what I
hate-
think. Go ahead after you're
Okay.
done.
So,
No, all I'm
anyways,
saying is that I agree with it. I'm gonna cut both of y'all off. That's how I like to do things around
Yeah,
here.
I don't think that on this season we're gonna get to see a real personality or a real person from any of them. So
Any
I think
of the people on the
any
show.
of them. I think Alex will get to see like who she really is, and probably Sam. But everyone else, I think that we're just gonna see a front from beginning to end.
well, I think Sam already knows what she is.
Yeah, I like Sam.
She
I
on-
do, too.
With the guys, like how they may be getting tweets tonight saying that they're homophobe. Most heterosexual guys probably would have reacted the same way Zach and Nate reacted. I would have reacted the same way too, but like I said last week after watching it on TV. But I mean, most heterosexual guys are closed-minded when it come to two dudes, and then it was just total disrespectful. Are we getting too far into it with the whole?
Let's rewind a little bit. So we start the episode out where, we get a few comments from Frank where basically at the beginning Frank says, he wants to bond with the males in the house. That's how we started the basis of the show. So I felt that this was going to be a very male-driven episode. Then cut to Zach saying that he thinks Frank is straight and just wants the attention. Now, I can understand that to a point with certain things, but not with being gay. I mean, that's
It didn't make
what
sense.
type of attention are you trying? Would anyone be trying to get out of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did y'all see his face when Nate was talking about jacking off? My man was like, "Oh, really? You be in the cold shower, huh? Oh, yeah." That scared me a little bit, and that's when I knew he was straight gay. Straight up.
Straight gay?
Straight gay, for sure. For
All
sure.
the way.
All the way.
Well, so it was that, and then then it was no, it was that. But I guess what really put it out there is the fact of Sam said she was going to the gay club, and Frank was like, "No, I've never been before. I don't think I'm
that's a
gonna
lie.
go." And she
Oh,
was
he
like,
really-
"Okay, I'm gonna go by myself." He was like, "No, you need someone to come with you."
Right.
So-
I'd have turned it down right away and walked away. I'm straight.
You saw
Holla
how
back.
excited he was for this. Like he felt he was
Right.
gonna be around.
He's
his
just so
Right.
curious.
No
I think he
pun
just
intended.
wants to be around his element of people so he can feel like he's not being attacked. If everyone is gay around him, he can be like, "Yay, I'm comfortable."
So,
Yeah.
question: do you think that he felt it was a part of the house to to all kind of support him in making that decision. Like nobody went other than him and Sam.
But see, the thing is, he's advertising it. Like they came home. He's like, I'm having sex. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Well, that
I mean, so like that's the part of me thinking that like he's doing it for the camera, because that's not necessary. Like you don't. I mean, you could easily just go up to them like, yo, man, I got somebody in the room I'm hooking up. You don't have to be coming to the door in a towel.
I'm having sex.
Right. like he wants that attention.
Well, even beyond that, it's the fact you went to a straight club with everybody. Why weren't you making out with the girl as quickly as you were as soon as you went into the gay club?
It's obvious he's gay. There's no more talk about like this anymore, really.
Gays are
He's
very
gay.
more aggressive.
He loves men.
Hey, I'm straight and I'm aggressive.
I
I'll come over and kiss you right now.
It's also kind of weird because
Anyway.
nobody even saw him hooking up with anybody in the hot tub or hooking up with anybody in the shower.
Yeah,
but he was like, yo, I got it in the hot tub, I got it in the shower, got it in my bed.
That's
And then
on
left
the
the
dresser.
condom. That was
It's like,
excited.
why do you brag about that? It's like, I hook up with people too, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you where I've done it.
But
like,
you're a girl. When you go in the real world, you be excited about that.
I'm glad he told them where they,
Right.
did
Be
it, so they
careful.
can just go in there and put some Clorox on.
They ain't gonna do it. They need to drain all the water out.
Even
Clean that
beyond
hot tub out.
Yeah.
Even beyond all that, part of me thinks the fact I don't think he's actually ever messed around with a female before. I don't think he's. I think I'm not
You
gonna
didn't
go
see-
as far
well-
as say as he lost his virginity there, but usually people who don't get a lot of play brag like that.
No, I definitely think he's gotten in with a few girls, and I think he knows he doesn't like it as much as
Right.
getting it in with dudes.
Oh, you do? You
Yeah,
really?
for
He
sure.
probably has.
Question:
yeah.
What was that stain?
On his shorts.
I think we already know.
If he
Was
has-
that
I think we
Alfredo?
all thought, are you kidding?
Was that
Lotion.
Alfredo?
That was the
That was
matching
that
stain.
sauce.
That was the matching stain to what was on
Nate's
Nate's
bed.
bed.
This is
Oh,
a
that
funny
was nasty.
episode.
That's
man.
really
it was
foul.
funny. The nasty
No,
thing
no,
was
no.
leaving the condom in the shower.
Yeah.
That's gross.
That
Like,
was
clean
just
your shit
nasty.
out. Clean it up.
That was nasty. But I know when you do the real world, or even you in a frat house or something like that, you're like, yo, I banged the chick in the hot tub, in the
Right.
shower. Like, that's
See,
what guys do, you know?
The guys took it different because it was a
A
dude.
guy. If it was
Yeah.
a girl, it would have been different. Like when Nate was in the hot tub with the girl, nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Double
but
standard.
Nate wasn't screwing her in the hot tub. I think
Right,
that's
yeah,
what
they was
were
actually
getting
humping in
upset
there.
about. Like,
They was getting
there were
hot tub.
fluids involved with this, and
I mean, it's the real world. There's
Oh,
gonna be
wait,
some
now-
fluids in the hot tub.
Did he have sex in his bed too? Did he have sex in Nate's
I
bed?
think so. 'cause
No,
how
that
did
was his
get
bed.
No, that was
Nate was
in his
on
bed.
Frank's bed. I
No.
doubt that.
No.
No,
They
was
were
Frank
they were
on-
in their own bed.
I highly
Was
doubt
Frank?
that.
No, was Frank on Nate?
No.
They
Oh,
were
okay.
on their own bed.
Oh.
Nate was on his bed, and it looks like Frank really must have got it in because it got everywhere.
Or the guy.
What is that noise? Stop. Stop.
Got
Oh my
it.
God.
Let's keep this PG.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, is that like,
Like-
oh my god, like you love it, or oh my
I know.
god?
Like-
Like, she started tripping. I was like, whoa, keep doing it, dog.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't right now.
She over there tripping. Hey, man.
Hey,
Jesse,
give it up,
take
give
it
it up,
somewhere
give it
else.
up.
Take it
all right,
somewhere
guys.
else.
All
Oh
right,
my
all right,
God.
all right, we gotta calm down here. So we have some. All right, so Frank's getting it in all over the house. We have a few people who are showing some homophobic ways, including Ashley. What did you guys think of Ashley's little comment saying, I don't want to see.
That's what I'm saying. I can't tell if she's just doing it to impress Zach or why she's saying that or if she
Right.
actually thinks that.
Like she playing both sides of the field.
Yeah, she is
She's playing
totally.
both
And then she
sides.
goes in to talk to Frank and she's like, listen, we all want you here. And then she'll go out and be like, oh, that's nasty.
But the way she hugged him wasn't even genuine. When she's like,
yes.
so she's
Yeah.
definitely
Fake.
playing.
That really just made me mad.
She's
right
the
there.
fakest piece of crap ever. It doesn't, I'm sorry.
See, like when he broke all that stuff, I can't sympathize for that. Like if you say you leaving, it's like
Right.
when you're a
Leave.
kid, you tell your mom you're gonna run away. She's like, well, I help you pack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, whoa,
So it's like,
yeah.
Right.
I'm
That's
like, go
why
ahead, leave, man.
I don't like when housemates are like, no, don't. It's
Right.
like, I would be like, go ahead.
Right.
And once you're smart enough to realize that you're having the best time, you're on the real world, you're getting paid to drink and party and have fun. Like, shut the fuck up, sit down. And
See,
No,
see,
you're right.
that's like one of the homophobic things, though. It's like, obviously, they all did their studying of the shows. You know that you're gonna come into contact with a homosexual. It's a very big chance. It's
Yep.
like you have to go in there and you have to be able to accept it. It's
Yeah.
like you can't go in there like, oh, I mean, by being so homophobic, it almost makes you look gay.
yeah.
In my
It-
mind,
Yeah,
I'm
that
starting to
makes
feel
sense.
like
That
Zach
In my
actually
mind.
makes sense.
Well,
A
great.
lot of people who are like, oh, anybody brings up gay, they're just like, oh no.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
And then they end
'Cause
up
why do you
getting
care that
someone
much?
like
Why do you
that.
care
This
that
is like the
much?
20th something
whole- yeah.
season. You know that there's a good
Right.
chance there
Has
might be a
every
lesbian.
season had a gay person?
Most of them.
Yeah.
My season didn't.
Like definitely 3/4 of them at
Yeah.
least.
Season kind of didn't.
No, kind of did.
Well, when it first happened, you didn't think there was, but then it just turned into
I mean, when I found out about it, it definitely was a gay act.
right.
Yeah.
You know, is he gay? I don't know.
And it seems like that's what he's kind of trying to do.
Well, and that's a good
Yeah.
segue, Fancy. We have some people on Ustream questioning Zach. He has such a strong phobia towards Frank here. And it's funny because I thought Nate was going to be the most homophobic.
Yeah, me too. Nate seems more chill.
Seems more chill about
Yeah,
it.
I
like
and
him.
Zach seems like really, really
I
angry.
don't
Because he
think
could be
Zach's gay at
hiding
all.
something.
No,
Yeah.
he is not gay.
I don't think
That
he's
boy
gay,
just
but
really does not want anything to do with it. I mean, it's not like he's just like getting mad and yelling or anything like that, like Frank was, and he's actually.
if you're a
probably
man
gay.
and you're manly enough, it shouldn't disturb you if anyone else is doing that.
I don't think
like,
it's disturbing him. I just really think he doesn't want anything to do with it. He's just like, man, do
Well,
you?
we
you
got
know,
Duo
but
on
I'm
Ustream
over
saying
it.
Zach is fruity with his little facial mask.
Yeah, how can you call another man gay and
okay,
you
that
walking
is
around with a cucumber melon facial?
With a tie up in your
With a
hair.
it's like, come on now. It's like, no. And you walking around with these little drawers on. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
got a
I
facial.
forgot
It's like,
about
come on
that.
now.
And
Like,
you're
I see
shaving
through the
legs.
lines.
And he's
You shaving your legs. You got a facial on, and you getting mad at a man for liking boys. It's like, come on. But getting real mad about
I
it.
actually hate Zach. I actually hate him.
Hate is a strong word.
No, I really, really don't like the
having
kid.
the strongest words up in here.
I can't help
Pull
it.
that one out the pocket. Hey,
I'm trying. Okay,
right there.
Or,
I hate you.
or as you tell me to say, I hate the character. I hate the
Right.
character.
Right on.
So the kid is sucking. It's like I get that you aren't used to being exposed to gay people, and I get that this is a change for you. But he straight up is like, whatever. I don't care.
He's just
I don't
weird.
care. You clearly do care, so shut the hell up. You care. Say something. Talk to somebody. And it's like Frank's like, I don't know if I want to talk about me. Zach's like, fine, then I don't want to talk to you about you either. It's like the person who's always goes through life, whatever. Don't whatever. Take a stand. Have an opinion. Talk it out.
Right.
Do something. Don't just be like a fly on the wall.
Well, and
My
I'm
facial
kinda
expression would've
gonna,
gave it away.
give Zach the little bit of whatever.
If he wasn't hot, would you
Benefit of
like
the
him at
doubt.
all? If he wasn't
Yeah,
hot,
okay, because
if he wasn't hot, would you like him? Would you
Got
like
your
him if he
back.
wasn't
Hold
hot?
on, let me say something.
I know, I'm attacking. I'm sorry.
I think, I would want my man to take care of himself. At least he grooms himself. At least he keeps because
Yeah, I don't
sometimes
see
those
nothing- I don't
legs
see nothing
can get
wrong with it.
real
I would wear a
hairy.
facial mask.
If he wants to
I would,
shave
to
those
be honest,
legs,
man.
shave them. You
I
know
got
what
real
I mean?
sensitive skin.
Come
But
on now.
he looks real good. You know what I'm saying? And he takes care of himself. I wouldn't want them to be dirty. You know
But
what I'm saying?
would-
There's a difference between taking care of yourself and
Okay,
doing
and
feminine shit to take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't date
Keep
anybody
taking
who
come on now.
takes longer than me to get ready. But,
He would be-
I would wear that facial mask. I would wear that. I
First
wouldn't
of
shave
all-
I
my
don't have a
legs.
problem.
Every day,
Yeah.
Nicolette.
Nah.
He would be like,
every day.
girl, you
Some days I
done with
miss
your
showering.
you done with your hair net?
Yeah, it's like, come on, it's one thing. It's one
Can
thing.
I borrow that?
You
Can I
done with
use your
your rap?
weave?
Come on, it's one thing. Like if your girl got one
want my
on and she's like,
extension
let me
bow?
put one on. Let me put one on you, and you and your girl are doing that. That's different. But if you come to the house and you got your own jar with it, and this is something that you do on a normal basis, I would disagree. I
Couple
think he
times.
has
No,
That
been.
you know what?
makes him gay.
I
That
think
makes
that's
him
okay.
probably self-conscious.
I think that's
Maybe
okay.
He's
All
insecure.
right, no,
Oh,
Leroy,
yeah,
I
maybe
definitely
he-
agree.
Yeah,
with you.
I feel it's okay for him.
I think it's okay, but I'm going with Nehemiah
Yeah.
also on this because it's like it's fine you're doing, but recognize it.
Right.
Recognize, like, come on, like if you go to the Midwest and what the idea of what they say a man is. He's gonna say, "Oh, that's for women." That's fine, and it's fine if a man's doing it. It's not going against your masculinity.
Right.
But you have to understand, like exactly this scene right here. We see Zach on the screen in his little booty underwears with facial masks on in every scene with his hair pulled back.
And
like,
it's not even addressed.
no, but
and
like,
nobody addresses
but
it.
don't
kinda
talk,
scared.
make homophobic
Right.
comments.
Exactly.
Ah, okay, I
And
see what
you're
you're
doing
saying.
that.
Right.
Right
I'm
on.
not saying
Right.
he's
I get
any
that.
less masculine
At all.
I get that.
I totally
Because I had a
agree.
mask on last night.
No, Leroy,
No,
we
he
ain't
did.
saying nothing about you. All right, but wait,
Eight
I want to
cops
talk
club.
about Priscilla.
Okay.
Because
Who?
What about her?
Who's
about
Priscilla?
Don't say that because actually Priscilla gives me my comments of the week with her little stupidity.
Oh, like-
but
There's a pink
Like a-
at his period.
yes, but
Does it,
I said that's
by
a
the
good
way?
question because do you want to be walking around the real world house picking up pig period?
I
I mean,
don't.
they obviously do
Big
have.
period.
They obviously do have a
I'm
period.
just
Oh.
teasing. But
Oh.
Dogs do the same thing.
Right to have like things back right now.
that's why I like Priscilla. She gives us these dumb little comments, but she surprised me, and I think she even surprised Nehemiah today. You know, she sat Zach down. She said, "Why are you hating on Frank so much? Why don't you can't have a conversation with him and get over all of this?"
Right.
What did you guys think of that?
That was mature of her. I was like,
But what did you think of Zach's response to it?
he was just like, wow, I'm being called out, but I'm going to act like I'm not really being called out right now.
He has nothing to say. He can't back himself up. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't take a stance on anything because he has nothing to say.
Looking stuck.
He's just like, well, I don't like gay people.
I would.
Okay, well, why? Because I don't like them.
I don't
I
think...
done got over the fact that, you know, Frank brought a dude home. It was just like the disrespectfulness, breaking stuff. That's the problems that I have. You brought a dude home.
Wait, but even before we get to that, disrespectful as far as what they before the breaking.
No, just like,
did you think the sex in the shower, the condom in the shower, in the hot tub, like would that have disrespected you?
Yeah, most definitely. Especially like the condom in the shower. Especially if like
what
we
if
all
he was
got
with a girl?
It's different. See, it's so different when a guy brings a girl home. You know what I'm saying?
shower.
I would be disrespectful. I'm like,
If it was a girl, they would have been giving them high fives. They would have been giving them props.
see, that's what I'm saying. Well, then if it would be
I
like
know
that,
The
what
then
world's always going to be like that. We can't change that.
We can
in
change
your
starting
world,
today.
in your world.
We can always
Oh,
change.
mama.
We've got like the most positive two thinkers right here. I
Right.
need to come join
No,
that.
but let me
the
get
world's
back-
not going to change
Let
that.
me get back on my future husband, Zach, when I change his personality. I really feel like the
like
mask,
a woman.
I feel all the
Hey,
mask
now.
and stuff.
Duo is watching. Easy. That's
Hold
your
on.
man tonight.
No, it's not to say that. But anyway, I don't feel like he's gay at all. I think with all that stuff he does, he's probably really insecure and really self-conscious because
About his face?
no, about someone that takes care of himself that much obviously is insecure about something.
I
I would
feel
know.
like-
I'm
Right,
a
I
model.
I got oily skin,
I
so I
feel
always
like
want to make
he's
sure we're on point.
confident. For some man to do
confident
that, I
person?
feel like he's
No, I
confident.
feel like
Like,
a
I'm gonna
confident
put mask
person-
on my face. I'm gonna shave my legs,
Girl.
because I don't care. 'Cause I'm confident.
Sometimes overconfidence is insecurity.
Thank you very much. I love that. High five from afar.
Hey, man, get that out of here.
Thank you.
Not shame.
Thank you.
High
Type it.
A confident guy can wake up and not look at himself in the mirror and just get up and go.
Right.
Okay.
That's what
I
I
do.
did.
Exactly.
See?
And you
do
guys
that.
aren't worried
No.
about anything cool. But if you have to be like, oh my God, what I look like today? You must be really insecure. Like, do
Right.
you think people think you're ugly? You're
see, I
obviously
don't-
fine. I think you're fine, Zach.
It's the same with a woman. If a woman is always in the mirror and stuff,
Dude, I can't believe you
Exactly.
still want him to call you. Like, are you
I want to
watching
change
this?
him.
you can't see. Women need to learn. You cannot change men.
I'm just kidding, you guys. Really.
I know you are.
I believe
Like,
there's
really?
I believe there's a
Please.
I'm not good with words tonight.
It's all right.
Oh, an exception.
Oh,
That's
the
a
big
hard
word.
one. Yeah, that's real hard.
Exception. Spelling bee.
word of the day, exception.
Oh, yeah, perception.
Well, all right. Speaking of having diarrhea of the
talking
mouth, Frank, is upset with Nate
Ooh,
for
Jess, good segue there.
not sleeping in his room for 3 days. So Frank goes out to another gay bar with Sam, and literally, this is where it starts turning really negative, and it's like there's different types of gays, and Frank, now you're being portrayed as that bad gay. You're sitting in this
That bad gay.
that bad gay. You're sitting in this bar, telling people who have no idea anything about your situation. And he was talking about how upset he was with Nate and how everyone's overreacting. He was on the phone with his mother, telling, I think, Leroy, you said it, he was playing the victim. He was telling everybody half of the story that made him look good, but not
Right.
saying the things like, oh, they were mad at me.
For
really
having sex in the
because-
shower.
Yeah, he didn't tell his mom all that. He told his mom that he was kissing.
No, you know what was you know what just blew me
That blew me away, too, when he told
her.
No.
What?
When he told his mom, you're being a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Oh.
He disrespected
Man.
his mom.
Oh my.
And she was
God.
just like,
she was like, yeah, I know. Sometimes I can be.
Maybe she just can't handle him. He obviously is crazy with all the
What's
stuff
the
he
deal
does.
though with his
That
parents?
is
Because I know that he said that his dad kicked him out of the house. So are his parents separated, or does his mom have a different opinion, or does anybody know?
I don't know what's up with that.
Well,
but
I
the
don't
dude
know.
in the bar just assumed that it was a dude. He was like, "Did you bring a guy home?" He's like, "Was it a guy?" Because he was telling the guys at the bar like, "Yo, man, my roommate's mad because I
Yeah.
brought somebody
Yeah,
home." So the
that's
dude was like,
true.
"Was it a guy?" He was like,
He's
"Yeah."
like, was it a guy? He's like, oh, good.
No, he was like,
No, I think he was like, oh yeah, I'm walking away right now. Jeez.
Yeah.
So Nate picks up Lindsay. They go to the hot tub and may have their little makeout session. They're laying in bed, and Frank comes home, and shit hits the fan.
Tank. So disrespectful. Like as a roommate, you should just not go in there. because he gave him the respect and let him hook up.
I don't even get what Frank was doing. So he walked in the room and he sees that Nate is hooking up with Butterface, and he's like, I'm gonna push you down, Nate.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the part I think that he was being scripted.
That's
like
television.
He wasn't being himself.
That wasn't real.
Why did he keep pushing him down?
Because it's TV.
He's like,
From
get
that
out. No, I'm going to push you down. Get out. No, I'm going to push you down.
From that point on, everybody in that show was acting.
Yeah,
From that point
what's
on.
going on?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's kind of like,
Oh, yeah. Start
what
crying.
happened?
Priscilla crying.
What just happened? You didn't hear it? You didn't hear things breaking? You didn't hear him get pushed on the bed? You didn't hear
You
people
didn't see all
yelling?
the camera guys run to that scene?
That's what happens. That's exactly
I know
what you
it's
see.
what
When the
happens.
camera guy started running, you like, it's on.
Yeah.
You run too. You like,
Exactly. I know.
yeah. It's just like, from that point on, I kind of started losing interest.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this. Can I say the S word?
You about to, so go
I've
ahead.
been dropping it left and right, so hopefully.
Drop it low.
It started getting disappointing because it was like, one, that it's a reality show, so you want to see something real, but then it just got to a point where you could just tell that they were acting. He starts crying. He's like, we were besties. It's like, come on, man.
Y'all just moved in together.
Yeah.
Y'all not
Why
besties.
does
Man,
Nate
I
keep
used to
calling
scream-
Frank his best?
I used to
like,
scream
I
that
know.
so much when I was filming in Vegas. They're like, I'm like, we don't even know
Yeah.
Adam. You know what I mean? Send him home. They're like, well, we could help him. And I'm like, listen, let him go, please.
Like, who is he to you? He's nobody to you.
And nothing against Adam now. We're cool, but it is while we were filming, like, I mean, why is everybody trying to save this kid? Why does everybody want to be a therapist? Let him go and let us just have fun.
Because the real world is
People
supposed
like
to
projects.
change
That's
people.
my thing. I feel like people
You're supposed to find
Yeah, like you and Zach.
themselves.
Ooh.
Trying to change
Anyway.
No, fancy duo's getting upset with all this Zach talk.
Yeah.
Right.
you throwing up
Let me
there.
home, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. One more comment about Zach and I'm out of here.
Well, we also saw Priscilla crying. I think Leroy, you were the one who said, "Why is it whenever a situation goes
Yeah,
on,
well, like,
the
when
girl's always gonna start crying?"
Dude, I would start hysterically laughing. I'm just not that girl who starts crying. I think it's hysterical. What's
Yeah.
going on? As long as
was
you're not
crying.
involved, it's
See,
like...
the thing, this is my thing. People, if nobody would have entertained that, then it would
It would've been
goes
nothing.
away. You know what I mean? When people entertain, he knows that they're gonna entertain. Like, no, don't break that. Like, you know what, man? Do your thing. Let's act like we don't even see it going on.
Yeah.
When you ignore somebody, that'll burn him up. He was happy
But
the fact
how
that
much are you trying to like show TV and be interesting, and how much are you just trying to live your life and let drama go away? Like, how do you pick between those? You know?
if you ask me, I just think that from that point when he did it, like Nehemiah said, the dude was not being himself.
None
Like
of
he
them.
doesn't pull that at home. Nobody, you're
None
not
of
at home breaking your own
That's
shit.
what I said.
Well,
if this
wait
was
a
your
minute,
house,
'cause
you wouldn't do that.
He was on the phone with his mother, and he called his mother a bitch on the phone, right?
Oh my god, that's so
He's probably
But I mean, if he
through a
got if he
bottle or
has a dad
something.
that talks to him like that, he's not at home breaking dishes.
Yes.
Well, they
Yeah,
must
you know what
not.
I mean?
He must not live with his dad. I'm sure his dad left him a long time ago. Because if you breaking things in
We
the
need
house,
we're gonna get Frank in the studio.
yeah, I gotta know. I
We
want to
gotta
know
get
some
Frank in
stuff.
here.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
we got to
have
learn
to-
a lot of crap about
Well,
it.
another thing, actually, I gotta actually give Zach 1 point for making a comment tonight that I really respected. He said, "Men don't handle his shit like this. You want to be called a man, you got to handle these shit differently."
Yeah.
I agree with that. You
I
know what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, you
Right
got
on.
to do it
wanna
with a
hang
facial
the
one, though.
boys,
Well-
you want to hang? Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
I think more importantly,
Men don't handle it. Like
it
that.
shouldn't have been that. I think it's people don't handle their shit like this.
Well,
Right.
Good people. It doesn't man, woman, whatever.
Right.
If a woman did that, that wouldn't make it any more acceptable. People don't do things like that. You
Right.
can't just do that. Like, it's not acceptable.
so it's okay. So it's okay for. I mean, I agree with that comment, but then why is it that he didn't even want to talk to him?
Right.
It's like how can you try to give him advice on handling something and you just over here avoiding it
That's
and
why
walking?
he sucks.
You know,
His
and
character
it was like
sucks.
from that point on, I started taking a lot of notes because it was real interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was
yeah,
like
can
I really
people see
started.
that? We
Can y'all
got-
see that?
We got.
I started taking notes.
Did you play tic tac toe with
yeah,
yourself?
with myself, and I won
How
one.
do you do that?
Huh?
That's
You just
so
got
cool.
Girl, you
That's
take
a
the
Priscilla
pen,
comment.
You take the pen, you draw
It's
the,
not.
the
I mean,
my
anybody want to
God.
know how you could do
the
that? I
thing
mean,
and
No, but I thought overall, I thought tonight's episode was better because there was a little bit of drama
It was
and there's a
better.
lot to talk about today. So I feel like at least we've got something. We're improving.
Right.
The
Oh.
season's
Getting
going
there.
somewhere.
Definitely.
I don't know where, but somewhere.
So at the end of the episode, basically, Frank randomly calls the house, and apparently he didn't sleep there last
Right.
night.
He's at the hotel.
That was
He
so
made this
fake.
big scene and quietly snuck out of the house and slept in a hotel.
Well, we saw him pull in the cab. We saw him
Yeah.
for a second, but then it cut the commercial. So yeah.
Right. So, what do we have after that? After that, basically, Priscilla, Alex, and Sam, they go to pick Frank up in the park. Frank doesn't remember anything.
Was
Don't
he?
we
Was
hear
he? Was that
this?
Pickle Park?
I don't know what park that was.
why is it Pickle Park?
I don't get it.
Put it together.
I
I don't
can't.
get it.
Like a park that gays go to,
But there was only
But
one.
there's only one gay.
but it's a park.
Leroy, you're
So?
just digging yourself right
It
now.
was a joke.
Ditch.
Oh,
Wah, wah.
Okay, well, anyway, so they're at the park. Let's keep going. They're
So, all right, the whole we hear this how many times? I don't remember anything. Actually, your boy.
I hate that the worst. I feel like if something's gonna get broke, like it needs to be a good reasoning behind like drama. Like this is like
Have you guys ever?
this is unnecessary drama.
Yeah. You know what is funny though? Because I go through stages. I black out a lot.
Still?
you sound like Snooki
Let's
right
not
now.
announce this.
Right?
No.
This is AA
No, I'm
meeting.
about to.
Stand up.
Sometimes my name is Roxy Striar and I black out a lot. No, seriously though, sometimes even if I'm not drinking that much, like I think that
See, like
when
that.
when you're in a new environment and you are drinking and you're drinking so much over an extended period of time, it's like everything's kind of hazy. So does he not 100% remember? I don't know, but I feel like definitely he doesn't remember exactly what happened. The kid was clearly hammered. He was
Right.
crawled up in a ball with his little tighty whities on like a little baby rocking back and forth. Then he was throwing crap and pushing people down for no reason. Like he was.
You gotta
he was knocked out.
you gotta learn how to read people though.
I never
And-
blacked out, so
yeah,
I can't buy
You
it.
never have?
Never. I never blacked
Never?
out.
Have you guys?
You have to read people. If you end up in a hotel
No, I'm not saying about me.
and they're telling you you're doing all this stuff and your reaction doesn't change at all, you're like, I did that? He just sat there and just looked. It's like,
Well,
you know what you
So
did.
if you
know
know
what
that
you
you
did.
black out, right? If you know that you black out, then stop drinking. Not directly towards you, but if he, that's
no,
my
I
thing.
totally
So
feel
like,
you on that.
Adam, you should be like, oh man, I blacked out. Well, clown,
Stop
stop
drinking.
drinking.
Yeah.
You feel- so that's why I can never. That's why I never buy it
it's
when
not a good
people are like,
excuse.
yeah, that's why I never
it's
buy it.
crazy to me because this past weekend my homeboy came into town. Shout out. And we went out Saturday night. He got, shit faced. Puking in my car. And I'm like, oh my, what the hell? I'm driving, I'm thinking, okay, in the morning he is not going to remember this because his eyes did not even know what was going on. He was in his own world, doing his thing, not even knowing what's going on, trying to fight people, walking like crazy. He wakes up the next morning, he's like, oh my God, like, I don't remember anything.
Possible.
I'm like,
no,
I
and that does
believe
happen.
it's possible. He's
It
like,
happens.
It
I
does
was like,
happen.
you don't
I'm
remember.
telling you.
He's like, I was like, you don't remember puking? Like, he's just like,
How was his reaction when you started to replay the stuff that he did that he didn't remember?
It's like
yeah, he
horror.
was kind of like, oh my
See
God.
what I
and
mean?
then he's like,
Yeah.
I kind of remember when I was in the kitchen,
See?
trying to
Things
puke.
come
That's the
back.
thing.
And
Even
so I feel like he remembered some things, maybe blurry, but he didn't remember the whole
And they want to put the pieces
night.
together.
Yeah,
They're like, and then
he's
we
just
did
like-
this, right? Oh,
Hangover.
Exactly. So
I
was there to just tell him the whole thing.
other
Okay,
thing-
this is what you did.
And, it's weird though because the other thing is when you're blacked out, you're still you. So it's not like that's an excuse. Oh, I punched you in the face. Sorry, I was blacked out. Well, were you somebody else? No, you were you and you were drunk. And if that's what you do when you're drunk, then you shouldn't get to that level. Like if you black out and you're a great time and all you want to do is dance on a table and have
don't
fun.
get me wrong. He had a good time and a good vacation.
Yeah, he
for
didn't
the
break
weekend.
vases all over the place,
He
you know
had
what I mean?
a great time. He was being, he was in good hands. So I, made sure he didn't do anything stupid or anything like that. He was doing his thing.
You know what it is when people black out? Y'all just blacked out in the right places.
Yeah.
You haven't blacked out in the wrong place.
Well, that's because I don't do that. I wouldn't do that because I would.
And then like say if that happened to me, I blacked out and I just did something crazy. I would be thinking like, you know what? I'm gonna lay off alcohol for a while. You know what I mean? So people just get right back on it. It's just like,
see, that's what he
I
thinks,
hate
Not
that with a
everyone is
passion.
like you.
I'm not
Everyone's
gonna drink
different.
No, you're
I will
right.
never
True story.
drink to that extent where I feel
I don't think
like,
grown-ups should.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
so
not
either.
smart.
Stick to two
Yeah.
drinks.
It doesn't mean I don't do it, but it's not smart.
Right? Yeah.
I don't see how that happens. I mean, it happened to me a couple of times. I got arrested though.
Ooh,
Well,
that's
see, you
another
were in
story.
your wrong place.
Yeah, and I didn't remember
And
it
he
at
was
all.
naked though.
So you have blacked out before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've blacked out, but that's the reason why I don't
He
drink
was naked
like
in front
that.
of a school zone at 3 p.m.
Leroy,
Blacked out.
Leroy
That's
putting the
messed
rumors
up.
out there again.
Oh, I was like, that's not true, right? Jesus
No,
Christ.
I didn't believe that.
I kind of did for a second.
Hey, dog, what did you do?
Yeah.
Just kidding, just kidding.
I'm surfing.
Anyway.
So, all right,
What?
before we head to a commercial break, we had two little side notes. Zach complaining about a fancy dinner. Like, dude,
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey man,
Really?
I don't complain
am
about nothing that's
sure,
free.
And I
Anything
hope.
that's free, I
Hold
ain't
on.
tripping on. Even if I don't like it, I'm gonna eat it. Like, It's free.
Oh my God, that sounded like
That
the noise from
comment.
before. Oh, stop. Oh my God.
All right, wait, go ahead, Nicolette.
That comment really made me mad because you cannot say that you never took a girl to a nice dinner. And if you haven't, then do not talk to me because you need to be taking
White
my
Castle?
girl Fancy out on a nice
Fancy dinner.
Hey, White Castle.
Dinner,
I would take you to
very
White Castle. You ever been there?
fancy.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's an elegant restaurant.
It's like
These
In
are
and
so
Out,
good.
White Castle,
White
you
Castle.
know.
I
They
like
don't have them
fancy
out here, do
restaurants.
they?
She's not.
They got them back
Not
in Detroit, though.
Yeah,
No, but I was
got
just
White
very
Castle.
like, don't be bougie.
like, yeah,
I
never
mean,
been
that's
like
not even bougie. What is
Yeah.
that?
That's insecure.
He's insecure.
Yeah, it's insecure.
Because he knew he couldn't afford it. He was like, I don't
Man,
rate fancy
if
shit.
Zach- if
Come
Frank
on
would've
now.
took me
That
out,
too.
I would have
Yeah.
ordered so much food. They let us go to the Pounds.
Appetizers.
They let us go to the Pounds one time when we was in Vegas, and they was like, "Yo, the owner was like, yo, man, y'all can order whatever you want." Man, I ordered champagne, beer. I don't even drink beer, liquor,
Yeah, some people are like, be
steaks. I had so
respectful.
much
I'm like,
food,
no.
and they told us we had to leave a tip. I was like, really? Let me get some cake. this, that, and the third. They took us upstairs, gave us free alcohol. I poured all the bottles of water out and put all liquor in there. It was just my whole pocket was just fat because it was free. So he tripping for complaining.
I love free too.
Yeah.
Awesome. How can you complain about
Yeah,
free? That's
I love
so
free.
crazy.
Some people would complain about whatever it was. Like, you want to hand me $1 million,
yeah.
I'm going to bitch
It's-
about
it
it and say
seemed
I wish it was
like-
$1 million
I
and
think-
one.
It seemed like Zach wanted to find a reason in this episode to complain about
I think
everything.
it's too much cucumber melon flowing to his brain.
Isn't it supposed to make your thoughts fresh though?
Apparently not.
You in San Diego, you buy a
Jesse, that
beach.
was a good
You know what I mean?
one.
Last thing, the last sentence we hear is Nate says him and Frank are best friends.
Yeah.
The friend
guess.
card.
So
Yes.
clearly, Nate, I feel like his arc for this show, he's going to evolve. He's going to learn from this. I kind of feel like Zach might stay pretty. He might plateau with his personality. And I guess I'll save that for predictions. But before we go to a commercial break, any last thoughts about anything we saw in tonight's episode?
About what you were just saying now, that's what I like about Nate. I like that he's easygoing. Like, we've seen before when Frank confronted Nate about hooking up with Priscilla, and Frank was pretty nasty about it. Nate was like, all right, dude. And he doesn't yell, he doesn't anything. He seems to be pretty calm. He didn't hit Frank back. And then at the end, he's like, we're still buddies. I wouldn't have said best friends. I would have said buddies. But I like that he's not too over the top dramatic all the time.
Yeah.
Just advice for Zach. I don't know, what he wants to do after the show, what kind of field he wants to go into. But if you plan on getting into acting or modeling, you're gonna have to deal with homosexual people all the time. So he definitely need to change up his act. I mean, after watching this, because the producers of the
creator,
the creator, John Murray, is gay.
Of Real World?
Yeah.
You can't tell?
Well,
Never seen him.
I've never seen him.
You never seen him? I mean, you can just tell by the show. Especially the challenge. Like the challenge, they had us doing all types of stuff, sitting on each other's laps and holding hands and stuff.
You'll never get on another show. John's like, that's it.
That's it.
All right, so on that note, we're going to head to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have audience questions and comments for Leroy and Nehemiah.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean. You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Let them two dudes do that.
Oh, that was her.
Yeah.
We're back.
He showed me that before I got here.
So we're back here, live, streaming. Look at these guys not even prepared for this.
Hot as
I know.
Fancy
I look
is
at Roy Lee Jr.
My
Fancy's
hotness is rubbing off
glistening
of you.
over there.
Yeah, me too right now.
Not even powder.
All right, so
Should have brought my powder, girl.
what do you guys question? This is actually for everybody at the table. We'll start with Leroy. What do you guys think as far as Ashley claiming that everyone in the house is open-minded? She made that statement tonight.
I thought she said that everybody was closed-minded before.
Nope, tonight she made the statement open-minded.
I don't remember her saying that.
Who
Yeah.
said that?
Ashley?
No, when she was talking to Frank, she said nobody hates you. Everyone here is
Oh,
open-minded.
Nah.
yeah.
But yeah,
don't
everybody's
think-
not open-minded.
No, I feel like
What's up?
everybody is
Yeah.
closed-minded. Well, no, I think Zach is closed-minded.
Yeah, I don't understand how she could say that.
I don't
Yeah.
think she really knows what open-minded means.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
that
I
smart.
don't-
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
lost with the question. I'm like, what are you
See?
talking about?
Yeah.
Hit me with something better than that.
Yeah, I don't think any of us agree with her there.
Nobody agrees with that.
Not at all.
All right, so Nehemiah, coming into your season of The Real World, what was your initial thoughts meeting everybody from the cast? And I'm going to actually add on to this. You seem like somebody who, you know, you're in your own world. When you approach other people, you don't. I don't feel you judge people. I feel like you come, you know, you're a pretty well thought together guy. What were your thoughts meeting these people? As far as like we see on TV, some of them are like, we're best friends. I'm in love with this person. It's like the second episode is like, what? What were your thoughts?
I think now it's real fake. You know, like when we met each other, like we took it for what it was. It was like we knew we were on The Real World. We knew we wanted to have fun, and we knew that certain people were gonna click and certain people didn't. And when we did, it wasn't like we were best friends. It was like Wes was my road dog. The minute I saw Wes, it was official. I was like, yo, I'm on The Real World, because he looked like someone straight off the show. And it was like Danny. It's like, you know, you get all these thoughts in your head about him, but I just wanted to just meet people and just have fun. And I didn't even watch the show before I got on it, like since Real World Hawaii. So I had no idea that people even knew that I was going to be shooting The Real World. I had all these lies I was going to come up with that I was going to tell people I was shooting. I was like, yeah, I'm Mike Tyson's son, like all different types of stuff that I was going to tell people. So I went in there just completely blinded. And I think that kind of helped me out a little bit because it left my experience to be open. And I didn't go in there trying to fill a character that I thought that I had to. So now we see now, and I think now it's obvious because when I did my show, we had 24 episodes and we were on air for 6 months. They're only giving these people 9 and 10 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's clear now.
Because they're our episodes now.
Yeah.
So they're rather than the producers scripting it, they're kind of scripting it.
They're scripting it themselves, and I think that the producers, when they're doing casting, they're looking for people who can script it themselves because they need a TV show. Bottom line is like you're not getting as much time in the house as you used to, so we need people who are going to create that TV show for us.
Make it happen quick.
All right, so we have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Hussein.
What's up,
from
player?
Raleigh.
Yeah, we know it's you.
All
My
right,
man.
First of all,
Go ahead.
I like to say thank you to Roy Lee and DJ Jesse J for following me on Twitter.
Oh, right on, man.
And you know the Derek's podcast where he gives out a reality check.
Yep.
If y'all could give out a reality check to any Real World star or challenge star, who would it be?
A reality check to tonight. I'm gonna get one to Frank.
Yeah, for sure.
Frank deserves a reality check.
Absolutely. I think we could all put a
Frank's gonna
we
get
could
it.
all put a stamp it on that.
Stamp it right on me. Hey, I like that
That's
plug,
marketing.
man. I wish I'd have wore my Stamp It T-shirt.
I don't even know how you would go about giving him a reality check, though. It's like, what would you say? Wake up, you're gay? Like, check it.
Well, see,
yourself,
this
live
is
it
the
up.
thing. This is the thing. So it's a bad balance because before we went to commercial break and they saw him breaking stuff, Jesse was like, now we're getting to the stuff that I like.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line when you come onto the show?
Yeah.
Do you be yourself, which may be boring and you just read books all day? Or do you go on here knowing that there's camera time, knowing that you could make money afterwards by getting airtime? And do you do what he did and be the topic of a whole after show?
Well, I could actually adding to that, we could all be like Wes. You know, he doesn't go this far, but he pushes
Right.
the boundaries, he pushes the limits to where we hate to like him.
Right.
And, you know, we saw him do this this past season on the challenge. You know, he didn't bring it to this. See, to me, I don't think Frank is really playing a character. I really do think he has some serious issues. Because when you drink this much alcohol, yeah, you know the camera's there, and he might be playing it a little bit, but I think more so his personality is really coming through. I mean, even down to the fake tears, he's just realizing, oh shit, I'm getting myself caught up.
For sure.
I agree with that.
I never thought once while I was filming
I agree with that.
what it was gonna look like afterwards, other until I damn near caught an STD. I'm like, what's the world gonna think? But I never like scripted myself. Everything you see, I could say for me, everything you see on me on my season is definitely me all day, 100%.
You too?
Me?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, no, because I've grown a lot since then. But at the time, when I was
Yeah, that's what I
19
mean.
years old, doing the real world,
You went on at 19?
Now he's
19.
35.
now I'm 26.
Oh, really?
About to be 26 in November. But when that was me at 19.
November 21st, my man.
Yeah, you remember.
That's my sister's birthday.
My mom's the 20th.
Yeah, Scorpio stand up.
Scorpios are complicated.
I know.
Taurus. No, we had this conversation last
And
week.
sexual.
We're not
Sorry,
getting
I
into
know
the
so much
signs.
about signs. It's ridiculous.
All
Sorry.
right, Hussein, thank you for calling in. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you,
Thanks,
brother.
man. Appreciate you watching, bro.
Thank you.
All right, we got another call on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Oh, hey. This
Hey.
is Dan Barr from New York.
What up, Dan?
New York.
You got a question for for Leroy and Nehemiah?
Yeah, I do. It's for Roy and Nehemiah. It's to ask. You talk about sexuality and gender and all that, but what about that one scrawny dude, Sam? Like he was getting real close
Scrawny dude.
to Frank, and I was wondering if he thought he was gay.
You know Sam is a girl, right, player?
He know. He trying to be funny. He laughing in the background.
So, wait.
I don't even get the question.
What's the
The
question?
scrawny dude, Sam. He's like, did you think Sam was gay?
What do you mean gay?
'Cause he's calling her a dude.
Oh.
He's like, I'm like, bro, you know that's a woman.
Do you know that's a woman?
That's a compliment to her.
It
yeah.
is.
I'm sure she's like,
Yeah.
yes,
It
someone
is.
recognizes them.
He tells us what about that scrawny dude, Sam? He probably just checked.
I like Sam.
Yeah, Sam, cool.
I thought she was a dude until I saw the commercial where
When
she
was
has
like,
her swimsuit top on.
Right.
I was like, oh, hold
Sam
on.
Adams.
Like Sam looks like somebody I would party with.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
she wouldn't judge. If
Nah.
you like puking, she'd be like, you know what, it's okay.
I would rage face with Sam.
Yeah,
For sure.
because she looks mature, but she also can have fun.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't look like she's out here trying to put on an act.
She
Because you got
knows
those,
who she
yeah,
is.
right.
Like when she called Frank
She
to come
has
out
it
drinking,
together.
even after he did everything. She's like, yo,
Exactly.
come grab a drink with me. It's
Yeah.
like, that's what you're supposed to do at the end of the day. Come grab a drink with me. We're on the real world. Let's go out.
You don't hover over one issue that's
Yeah.
not even that
You
big
move
of a
on, you
deal.
move forward.
You know,
It's like
So Sam's
Scarface.
going to be probably the favorite at the end of the season.
she's already my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like.
Caller,
Maybe.
thanks for calling in. Make sure you hit us up next week. All right, caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, this is Jennifer from Houston again.
What up, Jennifer?
Hi.
What's up,
Hey,
boo?
Jenny.
Hi, ladies.
What up,
Hi,
girl?
Leroy.
What's up, boo?
All right, Jen.
Nice arms, Leroy.
You know I've
You
been
looking good
working
over
out a
here.
little bit.
Oh my God. Steamy.
All right, Jen. What you got today?
Oh, yeah. Okay, my question. Well, hi, Nehemiah, first of all. I didn't want to leave you out.
Hey, baby.
And my question was for Leroy. If Frank would have pushed you like that, honestly, like, what would you have done?
The same thing he did when Adam pushed him. Not a damn thing.
Exactly.
Don't
what,
do that.
No, real, no, real.
I'll be right back. Don't do that.
No, for real. You know what? Exactly what Nehemiah said, because I didn't want to get kicked off the show. Like, I can honestly say that's the only reason. Like, that burned so much to me inside. Like, I used to lose sleep at night over, and then when MTV showed it on TV, the commercials, it just looked like I'm just getting punked. And like for a man, it's like I just wanted to hurt him so bad.
Are you thinking about that constantly when you're filming? Don't get kicked off the show. Don't get kicked off the show.
Well, that see, like, what was crazy is I watched the season before, man. I watched the New Orleans season, and I'm familiar with the real world that you can't fight. So I came up with all these different scenarios. Me and my partner Mario, and I was like, I was talking to him before I went on the show. I was like, yo, man, what if this happens? He's like, well, how are you gonna deal with that? So I was already had a game plan of how I would deal with it if somebody put their hands on me. I was like, I'm gonna walk away from it. How I'm gonna. Me and Mario spoke about whether or not if I had a gay roommate. So going into this, like how Nate and Zach are all tripping about it, I already thought that's the first. They don't even show it on TV. I was like, Mike, the first thing I asked him, like, bro, are you gay? I want to know. And they don't show it because it just don't fit storyline. But I just thought about it. So if he would have pushed me, I'd have told him. I just walked away from it.
It's not smart to fight.
Nah,
it's
and,
not. It's
and it's just
dumb.
like what's crazy. It's hard for guys to like look like a punk. You know what I mean? To feel like you got punk. My thing is, I look at it like I didn't feel like Adam was a threat to me, so it was like whatever. I'm not gonna get no credit off the street for whooping up on Adam. Somebody that's drunk. Same thing with Frank. If he'd have pushed me, everybody, oh, he's beating him up because he's gay. So you're just like, you know what?
What about like self-defense? So if the kid was actually like,
Oh, then it'd have been a rap. Then you wouldn't have got kicked off.
Yeah.
But I mean, I couldn't. They'd be like, all right, man, he pushed you, so you punched him. Both of y'all out of here. So it's like my thing is, I am a trash man. I do not feel like going back to work. I want to stay in Vegas for this next 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Well, now that you trained yourself to like not do that, not hit back, do you think now in your real world, if
Yeah, and
someone
that's
pushed
what
you,
it was. heck yeah. But see, me, I could talk my way out of a lot of events. And my thing is, another thing was, I don't want to get caught. Like, I don't want to go to jail. So whether
Go to
you
jail.
meaning like if you get in a fight in public, you go to jail for fighting. So my thing is like, I used to feel like if I could get away with it, then I'm gonna try to hurt you. But now it's just like, before you even get to that point, on the street, people don't stand nose to nose. Like, you know when somebody about to steal on you. Steal on you mean punch you. So like once somebody get to coming in, you're like, yo bubble, then it's about to go down. All that pushing and stuff. I haven't been pushed since like the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Really? So when that happened, I was kind of confused. Like, yeah, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Push him back.
He's saying now you can push him because he's much more zen. All right, Jennifer, thank you. We want to thank you for calling us.
Bye, girl.
I love you, girl.
All right, Carly, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Lauren from East Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, right on.
All right, Lauren, what's your question?
Hi, I just have a question for Leroy and Nehemiah. Just if you could pick one person to be on a challenge with, who would it be and why from this season?
Boy or girl?
Either or.
Guy, I'm gonna definitely pick Zach. He look like he the most athletic, so I'll definitely go with that just because of like athletic wise. But I do want to let you know this: if you are a fan of Michigan State, you about to get whipped on by Michigan this Saturday. Had to throw that out there.
I know. I knew you were gonna say that.
No, but I would definitely, just because he looks athletic, so I would go with that.
Yeah, the money is important and winning is important. So I would probably go with Zach, and then with the girls, I would probably go with Sam, because I know like we would just chill the whole time and let everybody else act crazy.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
All right,
thank you.
Thanks for calling in. All right, guys, we got to end the phone calls. We got to head over to predictions now.
Excellent.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
And I gotta again, Duo, you are entertaining me to the max with this Ustream chat. He thought Lauren's voice sounded sexy, and I'm sitting here. You've been bashing on Fancy for talking about Zach, Leroy, all this, and here you are talking about Lauren sounds sexy.
Who's Lauren?
The girl who just called.
Shout out to Michigan State though.
Hey, Lauren.
East Lansing.
Yeah,
All right,
my best friend goes there.
Shout out to Baltimore.
Duo, you cheating on me?
Michigan.
Shout out to
Duo,
Boston.
you like
Boston.
Lauren?
Yeah, shots out now.
All right,
so
next week we got a fishing trip and Nate gets emotional.
Yeah, that's all we saw. Why are they showing us these random?
Well, I actually learned about this. If you've been noticing with TV lately, they, in the first season or the first few episodes, they show you all like these long, extensive clips of what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
And then as we start going into the episode, they don't want to show you too much. They
Keep
just
you wanting
show
to watch it.
Yes. And that's a
so
new
now
thing that
everybody
they've
wants to
actually
know
been
like why
doing.
he's crying.
All we saw was Nate trying to eat like the bait of a fish, fishing bait, and then later he's
When I seen him crying, I wasn't even concerned with that. I was like, what is he eating? That's what I want to see next week.
It was a fish.
It was
He ate a fish.
Just gutted it open and ate it.
Yeah, I guess it was a dare probably. Eat that fish raw.
I think the show's more interesting when there's no sound and you just add your own commentary.
Right?
Yeah.
Should we try it?
I think that next week,
what do we expect? What do we?
Frank's gonna have another meltdown throughout the whole season. We're gonna see more of Frank the Tank in his
You
drunk.
think the whole
Hold on,
season?
did Nate, was he in the army?
No. He went to school to be a nuclear whatever.
Science man, like Bill Nye, the science guy.
I kind of feel like next week we're not going to get a Frank story. I think tonight was so much about Frank. I think they got to kind of. I think next episode they'll pull back.
Let's play some bets. I guarantee you. I guarantee you it's gonna be Frank doing something else. He probably the one that made Nate cry.
Are we gonna see anything with Ashley and Zach?
Who
ever?
cares?
At any point?
Who cares? It's okay.
I don't want to.
You don't want to see anybody with your man.
Oh.
Guys, I don't like him, like for real.
So far, I'm liking the season.
I'm like,
Are you?
I gotta say, the cast, I don't know if I'm I don't know. If, they're kind of boring to me, but I am it is entertaining.
Frank makes me want to watch it. Like I want to know what he's gonna do next. Like I'll get pissed as I'm watching. Like man, I can't believe I'm watching this. But it's just like it'll keep me coming back.
Definitely not one of my top 5 real worlds. But
What are your top 5?
I love.
Well, you know. No, I'm just playing. I don't even know if I can.
You like Las Vegas? Las Vegas.
Well, no, Las Vegas definitely.
Vegas.
Vegas
Paris was good. Paris was good.
They had one in Paris.
Paris was cool.
Yeah.
I liked Hawaii. I thought
Hawaii.
I like Austin. I like Austin and Denver.
Did you like?
I like Denver season.
No, I didn't. Actually, I got in an argument with 2 of the people
yours.
from Cancun.
And didn't Danny and what was?
Well,
her
I can't
name?
remember their names.
I'll tell you off.
Melinda.
Okay,
Austin was a real good
They got
season,
married,
and I'm not
right?
saying
Are they
just
still
because you're here.
married?
Nah, they got divorced.
Who got married?
We won best season.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
What
Damn.
season were Austin, you said?
I think I watched that one. And
Real
so
good.
they got a divorce. That's so sad.
I
They were
know.
so cute together.
I agree
well,
with
we're
I
get-
agree
wait,
with you, Jesse. I think that the cast is kind of boring, but I like the social issues that they're
that
presenting.
they're bringing up. Yeah, I mean, I think with MTV we've seen
And that's what the real world is about.
exactly. You know, we've
Everybody
seen
thinks
gay
about partying and
issues.
drinking, which we do, but
Right.
Let the man talk.
No, but I mean, I agree with what you're saying. You know, we've seen them dealing with homosexuality. We've seen them dealing with drinking. But with Adam, there was no conclusion. I feel like Frank isn't going to pull an Adam and get kicked off this season. I feel like with this, we are going to see a full arc, and we're going to learn and grow with him and see his growth.
Yeah.
whoa.
Not in that way, Leroy.
After this episode, I didn't know what was going on in the
Which
movie.
way could you turn that into?
If you guys think that if this cast is kind of boring you, what were we missing? Like, what person could we bring to the show? What type personality could we have brought into
African
the show?
American already.
I was just thinking about it.
Definitely need a black
Replace
man on
Ashley
there.
with a black girl. No, I think with a black girl.
Really? A black
Yeah.
girl guy.
Or Asian.
Asian?
Last time, or Mexican.
Never.
Huh? They won't
Only
never put
Jamie.
Really?
Only Asian ever.
We need an Asian on there.
Oh, I thought
Or
you said
Arabic.
you didn't want
Or
any.
Arabic.
Huh?
Maybe
I thought you were
Arabic.
saying
Like
you
let's
don't
bring
want
let's bring a different background, like
Or
an
let's
Arabic
bring, like,
person.
Armenian,
Let's do
like a
something
Kardashian.
different. Let's do something completely different. They got the same type of people.
Have you ever had like a really big
Little
girl,
people.
like a
Huh?
fat girl?
Nah, they never had a
Yeah.
fat
They should
girl.
have a fat girl, like a Tanisha.
They never had a
like
little
Bad Girls
person on
Club.
there.
I think that they should just get some real people like they used to.
I'm a little person.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
with Nehemiah on that one.
Just get some real people who
But
work
here's my
regular
thing.
jobs.
But here's my thing. They go off and on, but to me, like I just said before in the screening, I think, you know, this last season with Las Vegas, when I look at it, those people to me all had real personalities. I don't think anyone was fronting for the camera. Adam, but that's just like immature little boy
Right.
type stuff. You know, the only one that had something outrageous was Dustin, but he wasn't trying to throw that out there.
Nah, whoa.
Whoa.
So I don't know what
Fold
it
it
is
up in a
with
napkin.
MTV. I think right now with last season with The Real World, it's hard to find people who are genuine.
Yeah.
You know, so with this season, it was almost like we have to compete with Bad Girls Club. We have to compete with, you know, because
Jersey Shore.
Real World isn't the only reality show anymore. It used to
What?
be.
This is the thing, though. Why compete with people who are all doing the same thing? Why don't you do what you originally did, break the mold, and do something different?
I think they
Why
should
does
put me on the
MTV
show.
play music
I
videos?
think
There
I should
are
go
many
on the show.
questions
Exactly.
that will never be
MTV is just gone down the drain. I mean, it's obvious a lot of these people were just picked from like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. Like a lot of the casting calls are different.
Oh my God, it's like you just won an Oscar and they just cut you off.
Oh yeah.
No,
you can't say.
No, you can say.
No,
whatever
you
want.
can. They just gotta say
They
that.
just-
Say
Wait,
that.
what I say?
What if
You won.
You
your
said
speech is
MTV's
over.
going down the drain, and then
Say it
Jesse
again?
queued it up.
Yeah, I can say it. You can say it, but AfterBuzz TV can't say it.
Oh yeah, they
So-
they just need to start doing some better casting. Get some new production people in there.
Like remember the
I wanna
Dave
go on the show.
Chappelle
I think I should go on
Real
the
World
show.
skit? They need to have it
Why
like
don't you guys
that.
have my back?
Yeah, try that one time.
Go on the show, girl.
Try that the Mad Real World.
She
Try-
would be a good
I'm gonna
asset
go.
to the show.
How old are you?
I think
20.
Get
20?
Really?
Really?
Roxy,
They're having a casting call.
Look,
Yeah.
yeah, there are actually.
I know. I could talk
You're
to
really
like
20?
somebody.
We can get you on there. You want to be on there?
If she goes,
We
to
got
the
you on the
show,
next
it's
one.
not gonna be
I'm
the
going on
Real
the show.
World.
It's a wrap.
It's gonna be the Bad Girls Club.
All right,
She would
so
be
with
really
that,
good.
guys, we actually have to wrap up. It was a pleasure having y'all here again. Everyone in the Yashin Trap, we want to thank you guys for listening, watching, and supporting. So until next week, guys, peace.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.